ladies and gentlemen, to the Rowdy.com Big Three, and joining us once again, race car driver JJ Yeley. You've come back.
I have come back. I got lost.
Well,
I was trying to go somewhere else for lunch.
I'm glad you stumbled in. We're talking about Dover. A little bit different. It's a 1 mile track like New Hampshire, but then again, not very much like New Hampshire in how you run this place, right?
No, they're not even close. If you had to categorize Dover, it's going to be more like a big Bristol. Obviously, being a concrete track, very fast, self-cleaning.
Right.
Self-cleaning. The straightaways in Dover have more banking than, I don't know, probably 60%.
The turns at Martinsville.
60% of the racetracks that you go to, yeah. There's not much to Martinsville. That's more like a parking lot.
Yeah.
But it's a fun place. It's a tough place. I think as far as physically demanding racetracks, it's probably easily in the top 5.
Hard to imagine running 500 miles there. Now you guys run 400.
It's a long, long day. It's almost as long and miserable as Pocono.
Aha.
Pocono needs to be a 400-mile race.
Now, okay, so this track is fast. Talk about you're driving down, you get to the corner. What are you doing as a race car driver there? I understand you're not like waiting for the car to turn and all that kind of stuff. You can drive more aggressively here, right, in the corner?
Yes. Normally when you get to the end of the straightaway, you got to turn. If
Yes.
not, you hit the fence.
Okay, so you're definitely going to turn.
I've done both.
Okay, a little more insight, please.
Dover is, if you watch the cars at Dover, Dover is a place that's very tricky. Because, yes, the straightaways have a lot of banking, but the corners are, more than double. So as you go into, especially turn 1, the car kind of jumps into the corner. And if you can watch that from qualifying, you see it a lot more there because the guys will intentionally, obviously run the cars deeper in the corner, trying to make a faster lap. If you overdrive the corners there, the car launches so far into the corner that sometimes it'll get loose. So you'll see a lot of guys go into one, get loose, shoot up the racetrack, and it's mainly because they just overdrove the corner.
I see. Got in there too hard.
As the racetrack jumps out from underneath you, you lose the balance of the race car.
I see. So what's the key as far as setup goes? What's the kind of feel you're looking for where hey, I can turn some fast laps here?
Dover, because it's got such a wide corner, it's all about momentum. The sooner you can pick up the throttle, the faster your lap is going to be, even if it's just partial throttle. So, the main goal is obviously make sure that the car turns well, but still having enough grip, because again, with the banking differences, you'll see guys really jumping loose, the back of the car jump loose coming off the corner. So if you can keep the car stable on forward and turn the middle, that's the keys to success at Dover.
Okay, so you're beating guys there by driving underneath and getting back to the gas sooner.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Now, you talk about self-cleaning racetrack. Have you ever wrecked here, young man?
I have wrecked there. I've wrecked.
Does it hurt? It looks like it must hurt.
Yes, it does, because you know that you're going to hit something at least twice. Okay. And because it's almost in a way like a super speedway. You'll have a wreck. Usually they happen on restarts. Coming off of 2, you'll have a guy get loose, big pile up, and because the racetrack is blocked, you can't ever figure out where cars can go. I mean, obviously on a flatter racetrack, you know where they're going to go. There, the straightaways are very narrow, which makes it also very difficult to get away. There's no escape route.
Right, because on the front stretch, you got that inside wall protecting.
And you have the same thing on the back straightaway too. So there's no escape route. You've got a tunnel, even an alley, have you? And you hope that you either get stopped or you are lucky enough to make it through the hole before it closes, because usually it doesn't work out that good.
Is there anything you're looking for when the cars are wrecking in front of you to try to avoid it, or are you just guesswork? Or
normally you look up and you make a little prayer, and then whenever you get through, you've either crashed or there's smoke, or you're good.
You made it. Honestly, though, here's I'm getting off topic, but I hear all the time we're watching races and we hear the spotter talking to you guys, and there's a wreck in front of you. Yeah, go low, go high. I mean, seriously, are you listening to those guys when they're telling you in a wreck? Because a lot of times the driver is doing like the exact opposite of what the spotter says, and thank God, because if he'd done what the spotter said, he would be in the wreck.
Well, and sometimes that works both ways. Sometimes you do the complete opposite and it doesn't work out. And they're like, I told you to go high. But, obviously the spotter's got the best view of the racetrack. He can see exactly what's going on from his vantage point. The vantage points are always different. So from him, yeah, the top looks good, but you know that I might not make it there. So, it's all about judgment. You have a split second to either make the right decision or the wrong decision. Most of the time it's a crapshoot anyway. The biggest thing, and you'll see with your veterans, they are able to race past the emblem on the front of the car.
I see.
They can, you're always trying to look out as far as you can. So you can usually see an accident happen before it ever happens, because you know it's a bad situation.
That's like good driving anywhere.
Absolutely.
That's like good driving out on the streets of America. That's what that's like. All right, with race car driver JJ Yeley, I'm Bass Masters, talking Dover. We'll see what happens on Sunday.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.